Hey, welcome back, or welcome. This is going to be a tarot reading for you today. And this tarot reading is going to be like, what is your next step on your journey? What is the next movement that you are making on your path that Spirit is illuminating for you? Like, you could be faced with a decision right now and you're like, I don't know which way to go. Yeah, this is going to be what's your next step? What guidance does Spirit want you to know? What do you need to know at this time? So I'm going to get a signifier card here. Spirit, who is being drawn here? Some confirmation about who's coming or some insight into where they are in their life. I'm getting this message of like a leap of faith. Okay, Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, okay, so there is something that you were experiencing a lot of dissatisfaction, a lot of boredom, feeling like things weren't moving in your life, looking around and noticing like that something's lacking in your life, just generally being very like bored, dissatisfied, just like nothing's really sparking you. You've been resting, you've been thinking a lot, and this period of your life is coming to an end. So we're saying like, yes, this time period of you waiting, of being dissatisfied, was because something was lacking in your life, because there was like the next step that you need to take, and that is being revealed. Spirit is, giving you this cup, right? So it's definitely very fitting for the reading here today that you, like, Spirit is handing you this next step, this next way for you to advance on your journey. Knight of Swords in reverse. Another card. I'm getting like you were this period of rest was so that you wouldn't be charging into this next period of your life. Because, when we rush, when we move faster than the pace that we're supposed to be moving, that we actually feel comfortable at, when we rush, like, we make mistakes. We don't pay attention to details. We also don't really enjoy it because we're so focused on moving forward, so focused on like the end result. And so sort of saying, this period of rest is moving into a time where you will not be rushing in, right? Where you feel grounded. The Lovers in reverse. Yeah, this period of time was also so that you could do some healing internally. Your divine masculine and divine feminine, bringing them back into balance. Figuring out like the areas of your life where you need to act and take initiative, and the areas where you need to receive. And, those areas, like every single area, you do both, right? There's a time to act and there's time to not act, to just receive. And so I feel like you were kind of figuring out, or like this was a healing that was going on during this time. This time of, not very much happening, of just being bored. It was because you were healing things inside of you. You were, coming into balance, and your spiritual team is here, like helping you. They've been here watching over you, and there is something here about divine timing, that you needed to wait for this next opportunity, for this next step in your path to come, to manifest, for the energies to align, one, for you to like energetically align, but also for it to align on the material plane, for these circumstances to like, work themselves out and give you this next step, this next opportunity. So let's see, what is this, Spirit? What is this next step on their path? You could have also been healing from like past trauma with relationships. Maybe you were the type that kind of rushed into relationships, into commitment. I'm getting like maybe love bombing too, and healing from that, moving past it. You needed a time of being alone, of just sitting with your life and with your thoughts, to kind of work this energy out. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. So that was your past energy, right? This is the phase that you've been in. So now you're moving into this new phase, and it is the phase of the Queen of Pentacles, of sitting on your throne and receiving from the universe, receiving all the abundance that you need, the wealth, the money, the resources, like it is coming to you. I feel like this time was trying to make you very grounded. You were learning how to ground, to not be up in the air, to not be rushing, to not discard, parts of yourself, to focus on other parts, right? To be completely in the moment. So yeah, and you were learning how to receive, how to be still, and then within that stillness, receive from the universe. We've got Page of Wands in reverse. Can I get a clarity on that, Spirit? I feel like this is someone else in your energy. This doesn't seem like you. I have this Page of Wands. Who is that? Yeah, Queen of Swords. Okay. So this is someone coming in. You have a Page of Wands who's also a Queen of Swords coming in. And I feel like they're... Okay, so this is what I'm getting. They are the Queen of Swords, right? They're very no nonsense. They're very in control of their thinking. They have very good boundaries. They don't put up with other people's BS. And what they're giving is they're giving you this identity of the Page of Wands, right? I feel like they're coming in to bestow this Page of Wands on you because you are the Queen of Pentacles. You are now in your position to wait, and they're gonna come and bring this to you. So, and this, what is this? This is the crowning of you on your Page of Wands journey of some new course of action. Because I feel like you've been in a very much a shadow work, meditative kind of phase, and now you're moving into this phase of action. And what is this action, Spirit? The Queen of Swords could also be a spirit guide that is coming for you. Fulfillment, wish fulfillment, manifestation. I'm being called you should really look into manifestation, into the law of attraction, into vibrational frequency and how that kind of works. This is very very relevant. I just started reading or rereading Ask and It Is Given by Abraham Hicks, and this is a channeled book through Esther Hicks, who channels an entity known as Abraham, who's a collective unconscious, a spirit guide for humanity, for all of humanity, that is trying to help us align spiritually, the spiritual truths on the material plane. And it's all about manifestation and the law of attraction. And so they're saying Spirit is saying this is the time for you that you can start actually manifesting things. So this is I feel like this is a city, that's the word for a spiritual power. So really look into the law of attraction and manifesting and things like that. So for me, when I started manifesting things, I had a couple of very, very physical things that I manifested. And that showed up randomly. For example, I really wanted a black sweatshirt, hoodie, and I only thrift clothes. I don't buy anything new. And so I was looking for one that was going to work and that I wanted, but I just wasn't finding it. And I'm I'm going to manifest the perfect black hoodie. And I had a really close friend that I had a crush on at the time, and they ended up leaving a black hoodie at my apartment. And so then that was my black hoodie, and it was so significant to me because I really liked this person, I really enjoyed them, and so wearing it reminded me of all this joy and all this happiness and inner child fulfillment that I had, and it was theirs, right? So it was even more special. So that was just an example of something I manifested. So I'm being told this is the time for you to really work on it. So it's just gonna be this could be something either you could be wanting to manifest something that is like for your journey, but I'm being told like, don't start off with trying to manifest big things like $10,000 or, you know, a new car or like a new apartment or something like that. Like that is going to come. That will come. You have that power to manifest. But because you are like just stepping into this action, into this new way of thinking, just try to manifest little things that have like no significance. So for example, like whatever comes to you, like it could be, okay, I'm going to manifesting a yellow car today. So then, you know, do all the things of align with it, the yellow car, you know, always whenever you turn a corner, be expecting a yellow car. Align with it, align with like, do affirmations like, I am powerful, I'm a magical manifester, I am, you know, I manifest things on this physical plane, I'm a magician, I am all knowing, everything always works out for me, everything I ask to see is shown to me. And like you'll start seeing it. And you know, when you start actually seeing these manifestations like on the physical plane, things that you've only talked to spirit about, it will build your confidence. It will build your like faith, your trust. It will become easier and easier and easier. So work on like little things first. It could be like sing a bumblebee. I did that a lot. Like I was like, when I go out to go let the dogs outside, I'm gonna see a butterfly. And then I'll go out there for 5 minutes and I would see a butterfly come by, even though like wasn't the season. And you know, it's just so random. And so like just start small, things like that. What else, Spirit? Yeah, I really feel like this is so that you can learn that manifestation does work and that you can create like this dream life for yourself. That you can start manifesting even bigger things. Yeah, that you can manifest moving away from scenarios that don't serve you. I feel like, you know, you may be feeling trapped in some kind of situation, whether it's work or home, feeling like you don't have power, you don't have the power to leave, you don't have the power to like move towards steady waters, towards feeling secure and hopeful and joyful and, you know, having a life where you wake up and you look forward to. I feel like you don't really see that coming out, but it will happen. And the way it will happen is because you are going to manifest it. You're going to ask for it from the universe. Bring me out of this situation and it will come. Yeah. And you will be moved away. And through this power, I feel like it's like through this realization of your own power, like spiritually, but then spiritually like made manifest on this physical plane is what is going to help you move away. It's going to help you like, one, gather the very physical resources that you need to move on. But two, it's also going to give you like the personal strength, the feeling like I don't need this situation, I don't need this job, I don't need this relationship because I am powerful. Like I can attract everything that I want. I can attract a new job or a new lover that really does love me and accept me. I can attract like moving to a new city where there's finding community, people that actually love me and where I want to go out and do things. And so, yeah, you're being delivered from this and it's through this power. Let's see, let's get some of these cards. What are the message for our spirit guides? What else should they know about this power? What is going on? Loss. Interesting. It's under that Four of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you've experienced a lot of loss in your life. A lot of grief, you know, people leaving your life through passing on, you know, the end of their physical form, but also like just friends and lovers leaving your life. And I feel like you felt like you were, like they left you, like you were still where you are, and everyone that you clinged on to, that you had relationships with, always left. Either physically, like they moved, or they said they ended the relationship and then it was, you know, no contact or very little contact. And, you know, the lesson of this card is like, you know, that the right things stay. You lost these things because they weren't right for you. They served their purpose, whatever the purpose was on your journey, and then they moved on because they weren't right for you. If they had stuck around, it would have pulled you far, like in the wrong direction. And so, feeling your emotions of these losses in the past, of, the ways you felt abandoned, that you felt like, I don't have anything, that I have lost I've lost lovers, I've lost relationships, and feel that emotion, because like through that emotion, like that's how alchemy, that's how transmutation works. When you feel that emotion, you can alchemize it within your body to then put it towards your new manifestation. Because like if you don't confront the loss, if you don't confront that feeling of sorrow, of grief, then it just stays in your body and it takes up your valuable energy, your life force. Like it takes up space. And so feeling it, letting yourself cry, letting yourself mourn for these things, this life that you're leaving behind, or that people have left you behind. When you feel it, it allows it to be expressed, right? It moves through your body and it is externalized. So then the ickiness of it, the thoughts, the grief or whatever is purged, and you're left with the actual energy, the life force. And before it was trapped in this like gunky energy, but when you feel it and you work through it and you do the shadow work, like it is hard, but it'll feel good. It'll feel like a release, and it will open up this energy for you to then move towards manifestation, towards like, all of your wish fulfillment. The ways that you lost things are now going to be returned to you in their perfect form, in the form where it's actually like for you. Right, perfect for you. Before they were just approximations. I feel like also you rushed into things, or maybe I'm getting this idea of like rushing. You rushed into things, and that was really disrupting you. It felt like you were always trying to move forward fast, but because you were like, I need to get there now. Like, there's no time to waste. Let's go. But that was actually disrupting you. That was actually like holding you back, because when you rush, like I said, you forget things, you're sloppy. And, we're not meant to rush. We're meant to be peaceful. We're meant to be grounded. We're meant to like move with the pace of the universe, with the like flow with the Tao. And so like Spirit is putting an end to this. Like, you're not going to be able to rush anymore, because like when you start rushing, Spirit is going to like send in roadblocks, basically, because this is a lesson that you're learning, that you can take time. You have space to do whatever you need to do. And anything where you felt like you were being disrupted, where you like felt like you were getting momentum and things came up, it was all according to plan. You needed that setback or that delay for some reason, right? For the timing of something to work out, for you to learn not to have to rush. Yeah, creativity. Yes, okay. So I also feel like creativity came out under the Lovers. You're learning that like your ability to create and to create a life of like love and joy is not reliant on other people. It's not reliant on your friends, on your family, on your romantic relationships. It's not. I feel like in the past you were giving away your power. You were giving away your ability to be happy to other people. So when they were unhappy, you were unhappy. Or they were upset with you, then you were upset, right? But now you're learning that you have this creative force within yourself, that, embodying that divine masculine and feminine, right? Pouring into yourself, making sure that you're aligned, taking care of yourself, is what gives you the power to create the life that you want. And also I'm getting like under the Lovers. I'm getting something about like pregnancy, or like I feel like I think pregnancy is like a metaphor, and how a man and woman, that's what creates a baby. And you're learning that like, yeah, physically, sure, but that there's different forms of creation that you have power on completely of yourselves, and that you have like a man and a woman inside you, if lack of a better way to say it. Like, you have masculine and feminine, and like this is your creativity, like power is this manifestation. Okay, let's get one more dreamscape. You're very powerful. We're all very powerful manifestors. We just don't realize it because we have so many thoughts that are getting in the way of, you know, that's not possible. How could that happen? But we're not meant to know exactly how it happens. Like, we're just meant to accept it. White owl. Okay. Next to the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords to me is the card of Athena. She's one of my spirit guides. I work with her. I love her. With the white owl, definitely this is Athena coming in. This is Athena coming in to help you claim your power, to help you realize that you're a badass bitch, that you have strategy, you have the mental acuity, that you are a queen. Yeah, you're very wise. You have star power. You can see it. The stars on there. It's a beautiful card. Yeah. So this is Athena. So this is the second thing. So the two takeaways from this video. One, Athena is here and trying to work with you. She is like, hey, let me work with you. Let me show you how this manifestation thing works. Let me show you how much of a badass you are, that you have power over your universe. And secondly, connect with Athena, and then look into manifestation. Read law of attraction books, read about affirmations, think about the things that you want to manifest. What are your long-term goals to manifest? Like, if you really believe that you have the power to control your reality, like you are Neo in the Matrix, you can do all this shit, you can like bend spoons, you can do anything you want, you can make doors, you can change the fabric of your house, of reality. Like, if you actually believe that, what would you manifest? What would it be? And then write it down. And then be like, yes, I'm going to move towards manifesting that. And you can even work on it now. You can even work on like affirmations or whatever. But I do feel like there's a message here of starting small and building your confidence, manifesting little small things. And when you manifest small things too, it's a lot easier because you don't have like the mental blockades of it, right? Because it's conceivable that you would see a yellow car. It's conceivable that you would see a butterfly or a squirrel run across the fence or whatever it is. And so when you start building that muscle, right, it builds and builds and builds and builds, and then you'll start manifesting things that maybe aren't as likely, like, you know, finding $20 on the sidewalk, or, you know, someone calling you out of the blue that you haven't spoken to in a few months or whatever, to just catch up, and you've been like wanting to catch up with them or something like that, you know? So anyway, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Leave a comment if you want to talk about it. I'd love to talk about manifestation. I love manifesting things. It's like one of my favorite things to do. But yeah, I hope this helped. Bye.